Forecasting is extremely important for engineering manager. The reason is that manager must be concerned with both future markets and future technology. So in forecasting, uh, we are basically predicting what a certain future event or condition will be, and it's applicable to new facility planning, production planning, workforce schedules, and for the most important criteria, it's basically deployed in sale levels. So let's say if I want to estimate that how many units I would be able to sell, then I will be next year, then I will be using forecasting models. And definitely we will be requiring some historical data. If we don't have historical data, we will be using one particular set of methods. If we have data available, then we will be using particular set of methods which we will be discussing. Forecasting on the basis of time horizons can be divided into three. First one is short range forecast. So over here, the amount of inventory for next month, amount of product to produce next week, how much raw material delivered next week, or workers schedule next week. So such kind of things where we are talking about generally less than a month kind of forecasting, then it's called short term forecasting. And as I explained, that this is mainly covering problems of purchasing, job schedulings, workforce level, job assignments, and production levels. Medium range forecasts, they can go up to 3 months to 3 years, such as sales and production planning, budgeting. So let's say what will be my sale in the next 3 years. I can always use medium range forecasting. For long range forecasts, it's up to, or it's more than 3 years. It includes designing new products, that whether, let's say, if I am producing phones, so should I produce some other devices as well. Determine capacity for new product, should I open another industry in another location. Research and development also are example of long range forecast, and long range supply of materials. So let's say if you have a coffee shop, Starbucks, in one city, and you're planning to invest and open a new one in maybe another province or another country, so that is something which is a long range forecasting, because you will be needing a lot of data. Or let's say if you want to design new products, so that's also a long range forecast. Here are the 7 steps in forecasting, very simple one. So first of all, determine the use of the forecast. Then you need to know that what items will be forecasted. Third one is determine the time horizon of the forecast. Select the forecasting model, and next step would be to gather the data. Now this is very important because the models are already being developed for forecasting, and then you will be gathering data, and that data is basically serving as an input to that forecasting model. So if the data has some problem, right, then you are not gonna get realistic results. You will end up getting funky results. Right, next step is to make the forecast and then validate the results, that whether they make sense or not in real life, and definitely implementation is extremely important. Regarding two types of information to forecast, first one is qualitative information and second one is quantitative information. Qualitative methods are used when situation is not very clear or vague, or there is a little data available, such as you are developing a new product, you are thinking of introducing new technology. So for that, because data is not available, you will be using your intuition or experience. So here in qualitative, past data cannot be used, or it is not reliable to be used to predict the future. Technological trends, like I said, if you want to introduce new technology, regulations, uh, rule or directive made by an authority, when no past data is available because the situation is very new, and if you are entering into a new market or if you are developing a new product. So in such scenarios you can deploy or you can use qualitative forecasting. And the reality is that yes, forecasting can give you good results, but they are seldom perfect, and there got to be some error in your model. It's natural. So it's very difficult to predict future perfectly. And if you, let's say if you predict it perfectly once, but it's not gonna happen all the time. So again, when you are using forecasting model, you need to keep in mind that forecasting models are send are seldom perfect, or the values which you will be getting as a result will definitely have some error compared to the um, real values.